Hey, good evening, everybody. This is John with Havokmkr Studio. Hopefully, you guys are all having a fantastic day. I know I am. It's what is today's? Today's Thursday, I think. I better check. Woo, yeah, it is Thursday. Well, I'm having a good Thursday. I'm hoping you guys have a good Thursday. We are going to be working on a couple things today. So let's. Hey, Spam on Stick. Awesome. I'm glad you're having a good day. Let's pull up what we're going to be tinkering with. Ka-chow. So, just because we're going to work on a bunch of conversions today. This is just another chill out and have a hobby session. And this is the first week, so I'm just trying to get in my groove here on the channel. And we're going to get back to base coding some more zombie-side heroes like we did last night. I've got like a million of these heroes I've got to do, but we're going to tinker with them as well near the end. But right now, it's going to be tinkering with some Death Watch and then Iron Snakes. So let's take a look here. I've got a whole bunch of messload of bits. I don't know if you guys can see this very well. Let's see here. There we go. Let me get this here. There we go. I don't know if you can see all those symbols. There are a bunch of 3D printed symbols for the many different chapters. I've also have some already like pre-molded official Games Workshop insignias for the different chapters, but so I can expand this little project I decided to work on, I dug this up and got this all taken care of. So we're going to really go bonkers crazy with this project. I think it's going to be a long-term project because I still need to order in some Death Watch shoulder pads, the actual shoulder pad they have on their left shoulder. But we're just going to go ahead and get some built. We're just going to build them and throw a whole bunch of knickknacks on them and make them look really awesome, hopefully. And they're all just going to be intercessors. I'm thinking I might just do this as a commission and then just sell them as like a 5-man squad. Because the last time I checked, and I could be wrong, the Death Watch Codex lets you take the Primaris as a squad, but I think you have to have 5 intercessors as a base before you do anything else. So I think what I'm going to do is do a bunch of 5-man squads. I have a couple Inceptors, and I think I have some extra of the what do you call those guys? Aggressors. So I think those will get done as well. So probably try to do a big variety of these guys. That way we can have some fun and maybe make a little money and make somebody happy because they've got their Death Watch. So I'm probably going to put a poll up on the Facebook page and see what you guys want me to work on first. So I will hold off choosing, but we've got Salamanders, Raven Guard. I think that's Sons of Medusa. It's kind of hard to see without it being like that. That's Executioners, Howling Griffins, Mantis Warriors. That is the Minotaurs. That can be Raptors, Mentors, White Consoles, Black Consoles. So that I can use that for a lot. And I got another one over here that could be something Hawks. I think Storm Hawks. These 2 symbols right here can be Rainbow Warriors and one other I can't think of off the top of my head. Black Templars, White Templars. Basically, I've got a crap ton here, so I'm going to put up a poll and see how many models that I have available. I think I've got enough for about a 10-man squad, and I think I'll put that up on Facebook in 3 different groups and basically try to make 2 or 3 different squads and let you guys vote on which ones you think I should do for the first couple squads, and then we'll go from there. All right, let me take a drink, and then we can get to work on just tinkering. I might actually flip the script and at the halfway mark, or instead of going conversion to conversion, we'll do conversion first, and then we'll go straight into painting, then end with some more converting. So to keep things simple, at least here in the beginning, I've got a number of, looks like 4 of these guys so far. Yep, 4 of them. These are some basic intercessors. I know the camera's not going to zoom in well there. Basically, a bunch of intercessors that came out of the Dark Imperium box. So we're going to use those as at least my first 4 Death Watch. I'm just going to throw them down there. We're going to leave their right shoulders, or the right shoulders on, but we're going to cut off. Oh, just one guy has a left shoulder. We need to cut off because eventually the Death Watch shoulder pad will have to go on there. So we're just going to snip that off. Try to be as gentle as possible because I don't want to tear up the body. But since these are pre-molded, well, that happened really quick. And once again, I'm not teaching tonight. This is just, I mean, if I can teach something to you, ask, but that was just, I just clipped that without even thinking. Oh, no hesitation there. No hesitation. All right. Still don't know why my camera, when I get my hand in there, it goes kind of a blue. Still haven't figured that out. Hey, what's going on, Nom? Anyways, so let's, we'll start with this guy right here. And since I don't know how these guys will be based, as usual, I just put one little tiny drop on a foot. Sound is a little weird tonight. Huh. Let me check. Looks like it's doing okay. I don't know. Don't know what to say, man. Like, all my analytics right now say that, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Kapow. How's that? Tell me if that's better. I think that fixed it. Looks like it might have been, looks like the microphone. Oh, it's not? Huh. That's really weird. Because it looked like I had both microphones on at the same time. Oh. It didn't turn off. There we go. There we go. For some reason, that should do it now. Okay, yeah, both mics were on, and it reactivated. We're not painting anything yet. We're just doing some conversions right now. I'm gonna make some Space Marine guys, so for some Death Watch conversions. So I found I had a whole bunch of extra components left, and I don't need to make any more intercessors for my guys. So basically, I'm going to take these pre-molded models from the what do you call it? From the Dark Imperium box that I've got, and I found a sprue in my Narnia that was just full of I think like 5 or 6 still intercessors still on sprue. So we're going to turn at least these 3 or 4 guys right here into Death Watch Marines. I've got these 3D printed chapter symbols that I will be adhering to, at least to all the guys that have the pre-posed, pre-molded shoulder pads on. And once I get through them, all those other guys that I have, that don't have the pre-molded shoulder pads. I've got regular chapter shoulder pads, so I've got enough to do. I guess I should take a count here. 1, 2. I've got a lot actually, because most of these can be doubled up. A lot of these can be doubled up to be different chapters, so I'm probably going to be able to make about. God dang it! I really don't want to do 50. You know what? I'm going to have those extra. All of those extra guys, at least from one box of the Indominus. So there we go. I will have enough. But I'm going to put a poll up on the Facebook page probably tonight. That will be, hey, which of these two or three chapter, or for this Squad 1, Squad 2, Squad 3, Squad 4, here's the chapters that I can make. What do you guys want me to do? And then I'll paint those on screen next time. So in the meantime, we're just going to tinker with these, get these guys kind of up to speed, get them ready, minus their shoulder pad, their actual Death Watch shoulder pad, which I think I have one of, so at least one guy might be able to have it, unless I really super glue that in there. Yeah. Yeah, that's not coming out. Oh well, that's life. Are you having a good day today, Nam? Good day at the office at home? Let's see here. This guy needs a helmet. Let's see here. You know what? I don't think I'm going to do a helmet. I think all these guys are going to be getting bear heads. We'll do a little extra challenge to paint some bear heads. We're going to try to do bear heads without the little gas masks. Oh, the models that we'll be painting today for the Zombicide, 2 more heroes. I don't know what their names are, but more fodder for the zombies. But lots of textures on these guys, lots of colors. So it'll be, we're gonna get a little crazy here. But I'm gonna work on a couple of these bodies first, and then we'll get right into painting, and then we will convert here on camera. Whoa. What? Whoa. Oh no, never mind. We'll do another Blade Guard veteran character. Yeah, I did stop by the Atomic Hobby Shop. If you guys are in Texas, man, or in Houston area, go to the Atomic Hobby Shop. They've got lots of awesome things. But yes, I did go by earlier. I went by. I needed to get. They had some terrain they wanted to paint. Well, they were asking me how I painted terrain there, and it was just easier for me to go by because I needed to get some bits. So it was easier for me to go by, grab the terrain, and I'm just going to paint it for them. Probably end up painting that on stream tomorrow as well. We're going to paint a lot of stuff tomorrow. It's going to be a very busy day. So, all right, got his head on there. I really don't think we have to do too much. You know what? Let's just go to the painting because I'm not feeling the conversion for those guys just yet. I feel like there's some more parts. So let me try to find what the color scheme for these guys are. And we're just going to get right to painting. I think that'll be more fun than doing some conversions right now. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I'm feeling. I thought Jared was going to paint that terrain, sir. Let's see. What am I thinking about? Zombie Side Night Pack. There we go. Got to try to find the right paint scheme because even though there isn't like a set one, I want to get it as close as possible to some of the artwork. Oh, and of course, the one guy I just found is like a kilt. Great. Well, that'll be fun to paint. And the other guy looks like some sort of knight named Chauncey. Jesus. All right. Oh, of course he's got a kilt. He's a special Kickstarter. Let me pull him up here for you guys. This guy right here. He's a Kickstarter exclusive, and I think he's supposed to be the Highlander from the original Highlander. Not Highlander 2. We don't talk about that. So, or he's a version of the Highlander. So cool. Oh, we're gonna have fun. So blues and then greens over that, yellows, greens and yellows. So, all right. I'm just doing a real quick look at here on his furs and his cape. All right. To brown. That's weird. So, black fur, brown fur. And then kind of a dark green there. All right. Man, that kilt is going to be a pain in the butt. Okay, I think I know how we're going to do the kilt. So we're going to start with the kilt. See how much we get done tonight with these guys. Sorry about the change up in the plan order of operation there, but I just realized that I was not in the mood really to do the building. Hey, I don't if you guys are on Twitch right now, or like on your computers or not on your phone, down below there should be a bunch of new options. There should be like a sound, like a little chat window down on the right hand side, down in the about section. If it's there, you can I don't know, click on a button and see if I just want to make sure it's working. Alright, so we're going to use some ultramarine blue contrast. We're going to put that down for his kilt, and that's going to be my... Oh, God damn it!
Make your dreams come true!
Alright, God dang it. I gotta turn down my TV. Oh, holy shit. Oh my God. Could you hit another button? I want to check the volume. Oh my God. Oh. Okay. Awesome. Oh, I'm dizzy. Oh. That scared the piss out of me. Holy shit. Thanks, Nom. Oh my God. My nerves are gone, dude. My nerves are frayed right now. Those buttons, it might have been a bad idea. Oh, I need to take a drink. Oh my gosh. You know what? Let's see. I'm going to try something here. Ooh, that might be a better position for the camera. Lower it down a little bit. Yeah, I think that's a better position. Okay. Oh, fudge. I'm very discombobulated right now, man. All right, we're going to do this in 2 different colors, I think. I'm feeling. Since he has 2 different cloaks on, and they're both kind of a brown, I think what I'm going to do is the cloak on the back, or the farthest one on the outside, you can see the 2 different cloaks here. I think what I'm going to do is do a dark brown here, and then a lighter brown underneath. Yeah. We're just using some wildwood contrast here. It's a very good basis for dark browns. Might have to readjust the camera a little bit since I did drop the. I brought it down lower. Might have to adjust the. Yeah, I need to adjust it because if I'm going to be having it here, that starts to get a little blurry. Sorry guys, let me fix this camera. Let me adjust the focus just a bit. There we go. All right. Man, oh man, this I might have to get rid of those sound effects, dude. Because I know that I've got some mischievous people, and I'm gonna forget about it. I might have to like put a note, like on my computer, like, hey, when you go live, don't forget about the buttons. But you know what? If you guys get a laugh out of it, I guess mission accomplished. Hey, what's going on, Grandpa Strange? You missed some excitement a little bit ago, man. Can't tell you about it. Oh, Jesus. Alright, there we go. There we go. Hopefully this new camera length is good. Speaking of like bad movies, bad video game movies, guys. Last night I didn't even know it was available or anybody actually did it. I watched Far Cry on Amazon Prime. Ugh. What a bad movie, dude. What a bad movie. Oh. That's definitely one we might have to it was so boring. I don't even think I want to add to it. I wouldn't even want to add it to our list of potential movies to watch because it was just boring. Acting was bad. I was really surprised by. Yay! Awesome. I turned down the volume so you can't scare me. Oops, sorry. Hey, Nam. Do you see that blue paint streak going from his thing over? That's from that sound effect, dude. My brush was like, zoop. Oh my god. I jumped like about 30 feet in the air, I feel. I jumped so much on that I actually got lightheaded. I mean, that scared the piss out of me, dude. And I just got done telling you, hey, could you guys go ahead and hit that button? God dang it. Oh. Yeah, there's 2 pages of buttons. I got to figure out which ones I like the most. And keep those. All right. This Highlander stand-in for Zombicide is coming along. I don't know why I can't keep it in front of the camera today. All right. So the rest of this undercloak. So he's got the fur mantle, and he's got the cloak on over that, or under that. So I think what I'm going to do is he's got these little tassels here, like he's a rhinestone cowboy. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of help break it up. We're going to use that wildwood down there for those tassels. What are those things called? Like you see those biker jackets or the cowboy type fancy jackets, or that ladies will wear, and it's got the tassels coming off of them. I don't think they're tassels. I feel like they're called something else. You guys know what I'm talking about? I feel like there's an actual proper name for them. Oh, man. Screw that stupid button. Girlfriend says fringe. Okay, that sounds right. Yeah, well, this guy's got fringe around the bottom of his cloak, or what I assume is very similar. So. Oh, hey, speaking of me coming up to Dallas, which we're not actually talking about, but we're talking about it now. I will be up next weekend there, Grandpa Strange. And anybody else that is up there in Dallas. I am coming up next weekend, so I think that's the 28th-ish. Yeah, I think the 28th. All right, I want to do the brown on this cloak, but I need to go in and repair that repair that big slash of blue that I got on there from jumping. Oh my god, that just my nerves, dude. My nerves are done right now. Ugh. So I'll be bringing up some goodies for you too, man. And we need to get a lot of family members up there some Twitch accounts so we can get them logged in and start racking up viewers and everything. Oh no, did I get rid of that picture? Oh, whew. All right. Man, this is just an ugly model. I'm not a fan of this model. That's all right. That's all right. Let's get some. I feel like snakebite leather is the one I want to do, but I'm not sure. You know what? We're not going to do snakebite leather. We're going to try skeleton horde on that cloak. Start underneath first. Yeah. This guy's not super fancy. He doesn't. A poor fighter. Probably couldn't afford some rich textiles, so he's got this crappy brown cloak. Which is good. He's fighting zombies, so he might get scared, and it's always good to wear the brown pants when that happens. But since he's wearing a kilt, I guess that's actually more in his favor. Because if he has to relieve himself, he just pops a squat. Must be very liberating to wear a kilt. I wouldn't, because it's just not my... Oh no, I forgot that I put that white down there. Crap. Alright, I gotta let that white settle. God dang it. Oh, I did it again. God dang it, John. Oh well, now it's turning like a mocha color. It's alright. It's alright. We got an app for that. It's called using my brush to wick that up. Not a problem. What is up with this camera? Alright, we gotta let this guy settle for a second, because we did a lot of washing with contrasts and it is not settled yet. So let us switch over to Chauncey. That's actually the character's name in that game, or in Zombicide. Chauncey. Sir Chauncey. Let's see here. He's got the lion symbol on the chest. That'll be easy. Alright. Chauncey looks like an older gentleman. So, and he's been around for a while, so he probably has some fancier armor, I'm feeling. So we're going to go with some Grey Knight steel. It's a little bit of a blue. I know that probably doesn't actually fit. This blue steel probably doesn't really fit the era. It's probably more of a brown. I mean, not brown, but kind of a almost wrought iron look to it. Not all super high polish, but I feel like this guy might have felt pretty fancy back in the day. And he's taken up the crusade to go kill all the zombies in Wolfburg. So he shined up his armor, kissed his wife goodbye, and went to go fight zombies. Because that's what knights do. I guess. I don't know if that's actually what knights do, but I feel like that's what Chauncey does. And Chauncey has a ridiculous name, so we're going to put a lot more effort into Chauncey here. We like Chauncey. We want Chauncey to survive. So we're going to give him... Oh, I've actually held off on doing the Reaper Wings. I got sidetracked because I forgot about this commission. And it is... this and the Resident Evil and the Highlander are all due next week. So I have had to put the death model off to the side so I can get through these guys. These guys are not going to take long because these models are real. The what do you call it? Why can't I use my words today? Contrast paints are like the best thing to work on with these cool mini or not models, because they're smaller and they're so jam-packed with textures and stuff that I can practically just slap on the texture paint and walk away, or the this paint and walk away, and I don't have to do a lot of detail work. So I had to stop that, unfortunately. So it's still in that same stage. I mean, the green on it looks good, but now painting about 100 plus feathers is going to be very taxing. And I've got, I can't reach it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... about 60 models to get done by next for Thursday. Yeah, about 60 models by next Thursday. So I've got to concentrate on this, unfortunately. Or fortunately, because I get paid. So it's money. Can't complain about making money, right? Well, I can. It just wouldn't make a lot of sense. So I think I'm going to stick with Skeleton Horde. Well, I shouldn't say 60 by next weekend. I think it's only like 10 or 20 by next Tuesday. 10 guys by next Tuesday. And then about a week after that, I've got about 30 or 40 models. Something like that. I don't know. It's the base set for Zombicide that needs to get finished. So it's a lot. But like I said, most of those paint up really fast. So I just thinned down Skeleton Horde. Because looking at Chauncey's robes here, they are kind of dirty. But they're not like soaking, or they need to be really brown. So like with it going like this as a base, using that 1-to-1 mixture of Skeleton Horde and the contrast medium, it pretty much sets the tone really for the rest of the suit. And then I can go back in or the robes, I can go back in and lighten it up with white or some Ushbati bone colors. If I even need to. I might not need to. But I think I probably will, just because we like Chauncey. And I feel like the better he's painted, the greater the chances he will survive fighting zombies in Wolfsburg. I really want this guy to survive. So if I ever play Zombicide, the Undead Plague one, do all 60 by next Thursday. Challenge accepted. I won't be able to work on a single thing else but that. I mean, I really will not be able to work on a single other project. I don't know. We'll see. All right. I'm going to let Chauncey's got to dry a little bit. Well, you know what? While Chauncey's drying, I'm going to grab that box and get a count. All right, so fairly big box, but let's see here. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. So by next Tuesday, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 9 more I have to do by next Tuesday. And then, what did I just say? 40 something by next Thursday. So I should be done with these guys by this weekend. That's probably all we're going to be doing over the next couple days. I think that's what's going to happen. 50? Okay. Oh, that's going to be tough. Well, if I think about it, it's really 59 between today and really by next Wednesday, because I'm going to come up to Dallas, I think, on Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure yet. So let's just say by Thursday, I need to be done. What is that? 4, 5, 6, 7 days plus today. So let's just say 8 days. So let's make it 7 days. So about 7 models a day. Is that about right? Yeah, it's about 7 models a day. I can do that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could do that. This is doable. I'm not going to set that as the goal, but I'm just establishing that it is doable. I don't want to set a goal and then... Ooh, that's bright. Sorry. There we go. All right, yeah. I would say 7 a day. It's doable. We can do 7 on camera. Well, I'll be doing... Yeah, we're doing it. All right. Chauncey, it's time to go ahead and get you some Nuln Oil. You might have fancier armor, but it's still lots of wear and tear. So we're going to use Nuln Oil to fill in those recesses, darken that armor up. It'll still look prettier than the guy that we did yesterday, Boldegard or whatever his name was. His looks like wrought iron, but this guy, that Steel Legion, or not Steel Legion, but that Grey Knight steel looks a lot different with the wash on it. I could have used the Drakenhof Nightshade on it, but I didn't want that. I wanted to dull this armor down a little bit more, so using the Drakenhof Nightshade would have put the blue on, and I would have had a kind of a, we would have gotten a different look to it. So I'm all right with this. I'm all right with this because we would have, there's a little bit of a difference there, slight difference. Slight difference. Not much, but slight. All right. All right. That picture should be right back. Late dinner. No worries, man. No worries. It's not like the rest of us want to eat too. Just kidding. Just kidding. Looks that elbow armor looks like it is leather, which makes sense. I don't remember what the elbow armor is called, but not too worried about that. All right. Not sure where my snakebite leather has gone to. That's what I get for not prepping my table. Really discombobulated today. I'm very sorry for that, guys. There we go. Got my snakebite leather. So before I do the snakebite leather, let's go ahead and put some more Grey Knight steel. Chauncey's been around for a while. He can afford, maybe he had a patron for a while. And the last, besides his really good armor and his really awesome sword, or besides his awesome armor, he has an awesome sword, real well maintained. The last heirloom that he's got in his armor. And if he survives, it'll get passed down to his children, his children's children, until it ends up in the British Museum of Natural History or something. I don't know. All right. So let's hit up that snakebite leather. We're just going to slap that onto his gloves and his elbow armor there. Normally I would probably wait till that black or the Nolan oil dried, but if it seeps down into it, it's not going to be a big deal. In this particular case, it'll actually enhance the model a little bit. I can see I missed a couple spots there on the armor, so I'll have to come back later and dry that. Man, I really do like how that settles down in the recesses. And I know that's still not dry yet, but you get to see all the detail as that contrast settles down into those recesses, and you start seeing all the wonderful detail that the sculptors for these models put into it. Even such a small model. I mean, these are, I think they're around 32 millimeter. They could be 28 millimeter true scale, but I think they might actually be like 32 millimeter or 30 millimeter. I don't think they're quite 28 millimeter size, but man, I really do enjoy using these contrast paints. Especially, I mean, and I might have to try to find more people that have got these board game models that they want painted, because I'm really enjoying using these contrasts way too much on these models. All right, we're going to swap out brushes, because we're going to paint his belt here. Sorry. New camera position. So. And I hope by having that donation button down below does not offend anybody. I just was getting all my doodads and widgets and stuff taken care of for the channel. Anything that I do for the channel, any donations, any tips, all that kind of stuff will be going towards studio equipment and, of course, stuff to give away to people. You're not required. I don't want anybody to be offended that I put that out there. I just hitting all the bells and whistles that I'm supposed to. Alright, sorry I'm not talking too much. I was trying to concentrate. Some very tiny areas. I didn't have a lot of room. Alright, so I know I just put that lighter brown there for the leather straps and everything. So I think for that scabbard, we're going to go in with the, what do we call that? The wildwood. I think that'll be, I think that would be a good scabbard color. It's dark enough and it'll contrast with that contrast paint. Having that splash of a darker color next to all those, still keeping all these kind of warm earth tones. I'm trying to keep some sort of cohesiveness with the model. And also here pretty soon we're working out the details, but a couple other streamers that stream at the same time, we're working on doing some squad streaming so we can stream together and share each other's followers and kind of feed off each other's energy while we're doing our individual different artworks. Or if we're painting miniatures together. A couple other people had expressed interest in doing a speed painting type of contest here online or during the stream, and we're basically split camera and we have a set number of models. We have X amount of time to paint them in, that sort of thing. That might end up being a charity stream later, like, hey, we're going to paint a 1,000 point army a piece and within 24 hours, and all donations will go to a charity, and then the winner we'll do a random drawing, and the winner will get, well, we'll get like two different winners. Something that we'd like to do, once again, giving back to you guys and giving to the community. So I know my charity of choice, and I'm reached out to them today to seeing about getting banners and what I need to do to make sure everything is legit and I can get their support. So I'll be doing probably the Montrose Center here in Houston. It's my go-to charity, and then we'll see if that how that works out. But I got to find some people that can paint fast, so we can have, and that's willing to sit down and basically have that paint challenge. Because I don't want to. I know I can paint really fast. I know what I can get done in a 24-hour live stream. So, I want to make sure that whoever I go up against can do that or more than me. That way, it's fair. And, it's all for charity anyways, but I still would not want to, show somebody up on, not that I would, but I'd hate to do that and then, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to be cool about it. I don't want to screw somebody over. If any of that made sense that I just tried saying. Alright, let's fix up these little parts that I messed up. Alright. Chauncey's coming along, man. Chauncey is doing. Chauncey is looking good, man. He looks like, oh no, forgot to get that little bit of sword back there. No. Damn it, Chauncey. It's alright, man. Accidents happen. Just turn around and fix it just like that. Kapow. Alright, since I'm almost done with this guy, and we'll be done with the Highlander guy here pretty quick. I think real quick here, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to not close down the stream. I'm just going to get up and I'm going to prime 2 more heroes, because I think we'll be able to get... I mean, we're only on our first hour, and I've pretty much gone through 2 guys already. We still got a lot more work to do on the Highlander, but I feel, I mean, like Chauncey's almost done, except for the roaring lion on his chest. The sword needs to get some work, and his face. This guy is going to take some work off camera because of that kilt. I'll have to do some really fine line, and I'm going to have to like get it up off camera, so I'm not going to be able to do it on camera right away. So, okay. Still looks wet, but... Alright, so give me 1 second here to go do some priming. Just like 10 feet away. Alright, sorry about that. Wanted to get 2 guys primed. Should have thought about that earlier, but I was all discombobulated on what I was doing for the show today. Sorry, man. Alright, Chauncey is looking good. Let's go ahead and tinker with his sword. Alright, let's get back on camera here. Cacao. I know we darkened up the blade. We're going to keep it layered with the 2 different colors. Almost as like a little bit of a lighting thing there. A little bit of this Runefang steel just here and there. I'm going to brighten up his armor. Not too much, but just enough. I think something I'm going to do also later on is once all these characters are done, is go through and do some blood effects. Splatter here and there, everywhere. Alright. Okay, I can see Chauncey's got this black... Sorry guys, I keep moving this out of the way. It's got that lion there that's going to be black, and then there's this little bit of trim that goes around the base of his robes and down this slit. So we're going to hit that up with some Black Templar. Well, at least that's what it looks like. It's Black Templar in the graphic there. So let's hope that it is. I don't think it really matters. I think the customer's going to be happy anyways. Because he originally wanted it painted how the company paints it, but they don't have any of their models painted. So they don't show examples of their painted models. So all we have is the artwork to go by. So we're going to try to mimic this as best as possible. All right. Really hard to do. Should have grabbed my jeweler's lens. Would have made this a lot easier. Sorry, I got to pull it away. All right. I think we got most of it there. I don't know. Looks good enough for right now. I can go back in and fix it later. You guys will hear me say that a lot because I know that ideally you try to get it done right the first time, but man, accidents happen. Fingers get tense, and sometimes you get too much caffeine in you, and you make mistakes. So, and then if you mess up, you kind of get bent out of shape sometimes. So I've got kind of adopted a philosophy is just accept that you're going to make a mistake, and just get ready to correct it. So when I'm painting, I'm always thinking that, okay, I know I'm going to mess it up. I'm not worried about it. Know your limitations. I mean, and I'm always trying to improve. I want to get to a point where, I don't have that issue. A lot of that's going to come down to, I think, ideally here, what I'm going to need to do is get some new equipment, basically a new desk to be able to sit at, something, and a more comfortable chair, so I'm a little bit more at a nice comfortable height. I'm actually going to look at, see what the industry pretty much says about, hey, if you're painting or working on artwork, your body should be at this level, this height level, that sort of thing, to avoid, I don't know, carpal tunnel syndrome or something. Whatever it is they would say. And I think that might be a good thing to do. Wow, I don't think I need to really highlight that cloak, the robe, because it looks like it came out just fine. That watered down mixture was just enough. Okay, let's go in with a little bit of Cadian flesh tone. There we go. Got it on old Chauncey's face. Me pretty much getting this guy done. That's what you missed. He's not completely done, but he's pretty gosh darn close. And I'm not asking, I'm just highlighting. I know that you're off getting some lunch and dinner or whatever, so you didn't hear me talk about it. But down below is a donation button. I have no idea if it works, But I went ahead and just set it up. I'm not asking people to do anything right now, but I got it set up. Trying to get all my widgets and doodads and whatnots all prepped and set and ready to go as I move forward with the channel, and I get myself a little bit more prepared down the line, and we start getting resources. Like I think this one is new lighting goal. I got my followers goal. You guys can see the little bar up or right below my head. So, all right, next guy we're gonna do is Gregor of the Deep Woods. This guy has a smirk on his face, and he looks kind of like a dick. I think he's a dick. So we're gonna paint him like an asshole. Excuse my language, but walks like a duck, talks like a duck. He's an ass. So we're gonna start. Looks like the interior of his cloak is red, because of course. Almost scared the crap out of me. Oh man, I never even knew what that was until I was over at my friend's house, and his wife was like, "Oh my God, John, have you seen this?" And I'm like, "What the fudge buckets is this?" And of course, it was like a year after, I don't know, 6 months to a year after it was really big. So I saw it and I thought about her, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, we'll do this one for her in case she ever gets on, then she can baby shark me." All right, getting this dickhead's cloak here. He is such a jerk, smug looking. Reminds me of some people from. Reminds me of some people from high school and, well, hell, from the Marine Corps too. Just wanted to punch him in the face. It's like, you smug, arrogant ass. But that's Marines anyways. They're arrogant beyond not arrogant, exceedingly confident. Excessively confident. Some would say recklessly confident, and I can attest to that. Because there was things I did when I was in the Marine Corps that I sure as hell would not do now. And there's some things that I would still do. Alright. Getting some black laid down there for him. Oh. Oh no. John, what have you done? Oh, this is the artist's fault. This is the artist's fault. This cloak folds over, but the cloak is supposed to be black on the back and red on the inside, but they painted or colored in the cloak, the outside of that cloak, over it. Don't sing that song. Let's see here. Looks like he is wearing the green pants. So I'm thinking some Militarum green. Oh, let's hold off on that. Let's hold off on that. Let's give that. Okay. Let's give that a moment to dry. Let us go in with some. It better be. Alright, let's go in with some wildwood and do his tunic that he's got on here. At least I think that's what this is called. It is now, so. or Gambison. Yeah, it says Gambison. Kind of a heavy quilt, cloth type armor. It actually was effective.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Oh my god, that I still was startled. I gotta get rid of those buttons, dude. I don't know. Should I get rid of the buttons? Do you think I should keep it? Oh shit. I should probably keep the buttons. Ugh. Uh, I don't even know. I don't even know if I did it right. I don't know if you can see page 2 of the buttons. You might have to actually like click on them to go to page 2. I don't know if I did it right when I was getting those prepped. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure how much anymore I can take. I might need some anti-anxiety medicine. All right, so I've got enough colors on here. I've got to let him dry. Mr. Gregor of the Deep Woods. So we're gonna take a break for a second from him, and we're gonna jump over to whoever this dude is with his plague mask. Oh, Dr. Stormcrow. Oh boy. Wow, they didn't even bother to. They just had them all in a bunch of browns. So that means creative freedom. Creative freedom. But since everybody else is cloaked in browns, I'm thinking we're going to do this. Keep it going. I think I really like the way the Wildwood is kind of tying all these guys in. So I'm thinking Wildwood for the main robes. And I can see he's got some robes peeking underneath here. So we might make those a different color. Maybe some tans and whites. But I think all the other types of clothing on here will be like, it looks like he has some armor. We might make that snake bite. So this guy will definitely, yeah, pretty much we're going to all brown everything. I think a lot of these he has some of these leather straps down here. We're going to make those, I don't think we'll make those the same color. We might make those snake bite leather instead. Screw it. Let's get in the Wildwood. Taste the Wildwood. I'm about to come back in because he looks like he's got a whole bunch of crow skulls as the clasp for the ooh, that's a little too much on my brush, for the leather straps. Do 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 do. All right. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice, dark, nasty leather too. Like that, or not nasty, but like very heavy leather that he's going to be wearing underneath all of this. I'm trying to think of a way to describe it from movies and stuff. I can't think right off the top of my head, but it's definitely that really dark leather, that dark sweaty leather. Like it is it is dirty and nasty, which is probably kind of fitting since he is some sort of plague doctor guy. Well, thank you, Jimmy Johnson. Hey, you let Mrs. Johnson know. Hey, hit that button, Grandpa Strange. Hit that one button that you just played that last time. The baby song. I put something on here for Mrs. Johnson. I was thinking about her today, in a good way, when I was putting these buttons together. But I put a sound effect button down there for her. Did that for Mrs. Johnson. Yes, I did. Yep, I was thinking about that when I was looking at all the different buttons. Yeah, I was like, oh, dude, where do I know this from? It's like, oh, man, Jessica made me listen to that like 60 times. All right, this plague doctor is looking plaguey. All right, I'm going to let that dry. We can get back to smug ass hat. And let's see here. All right, let's go ahead and deal with this red. Ugh. I'm thinking since he's got that black cloak on the outside, or the black on the outside of the cloak, even though they show bright red here, I'm thinking we're actually going to go with Flesh Terror red. It's a very dark red, almost a blood red color. But I feel like because of the black backing, it would kind of, any light coming through would really make that red really dark, or darken it up. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it'll help tie in. Thanks. Not like I don't need to hear it enough. Well, I might go by and visit tomorrow, and let her see that. Or I guess if you're texting her tonight. When I found also, I also found one for the raptor claws. If you know what I'm thinking about from that last time I was over. But I didn't want to upset a certain somebody. Well, don't mention to the little one I was going to put the raptor claw one or raptor sound effect. All right, so let's see if I can adjust that. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're going to let that red settle a little bit, but I think that red's going to be good. It'll kind of go along with that cloak. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's perfect. I still want to deal with the guy's pants, but I put that red down. I'm going to have to clean those pants up with some white first. So we can at least deal with his sword blade. And since he is kind of a jerk with his smug look on his face that we're going to paint here in a moment, he probably is the type of guy that went and paid like super ridiculous amounts of money that he swindled out of people, and bought himself a super fancy sword. Probably had it blessed by the Pope, because that's what people like him do. Which is probably a good thing since he's fighting zombies. Probably want your A game when you're fighting zombies. All right, let's go ahead and get that skin going. Then we're going to go back to Chauncey. So we're bouncing around between like 4 of these characters right now. Just trying to get, as I've got a total of 9 of these guys that got to get done by Tuesday. And I think our goal is to get 59 guys done by next Thursday. So that comes out to 7 guys a day, I think, if my math is right. 59 guys. Sorry. We've got 8 days, was it? Let's see. Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, 7 days. Well, today, 8. I maybe Nom. I think so, depending on the setting. Like Dungeons and Dragons, they're unholy. So, and this, I think this is a fantasy kind of setting because there are some spellcasters, I think, in the zombie side game. So they could be. I'm not sure. All right, we're gonna let that dry before we go back and deal with his face. Where did Chauncey go? Oh, there's Chauncey. All right, Chauncey. Chauncey's looking good. Armor and his sword's looking good there. We're gonna add a wash onto his face. But Chauncey's looking good for zombie stomping time. And actually, the box that I have, I was looking at the models. I don't even know if those are all zombies in there. I don't think he gave me all the models. I think he gave me like the harder, the more badass monsters and the other heroes instead of everything, because there's not a lot of basic zombies in there in that box set. So I'm not sure what's going on. All right, Chauncey to me is looking like he is okay. I mean, I'm going to pick out a couple of details in his face once that wash dries. I just wiped it off too. God dang it. But once this Reikland Flesh Shade dries in there and his recesses, we'll come back, touch up his face. But he's going to be pretty much done. Man, that leather looks really good. I don't even have to really put any highlights, anything in there. That leather on his glove just really popped. Man alive, snakebite leather is awesome. All right. I'm running out of paint handles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's my other paint handle? I have 6 paint handles, but I only got 5 or 7 paint handles, but I only got 5 in front of me. All right, let's get back to the Highlander. Gonna get some snakebite leather onto those boots. Gotta think how I'm gonna paint that kilt. I think what's gonna have to happen is, I think the best option is to, and we'll probably do it here on camera. What time is it? Oh yeah, that's probably once these colors I'm laying down right now dry, we'll paint that kilt in the clan colors there. I think how I'm going to do it is go in with white, draw a whole bunch of horizontal and vertical lines, and then once that's dry, choose one set of lines and use a contrast paint over those white lines, and then once that's dry, come back over the other lines with another color. So probably whole bunch of vertical, and then I think maybe some alternating lines. Yeah, I can see they've got alternating lines on the image. So I'll probably do a couple double lines and greens, yellows, and then have the blue underneath. It's going to be a little annoying, but that's what I get for taking the commission. I really don't mind, though. Challenging, doing some different things here. Especially painting different type of models than always painting Space Marines or Warhammer models. It's a good thing, especially changing up my color palette. I'm so used to painting, a certain color, it gets kind of boring after a particular point in time, and then have that opportunity to paint different colors and different models really kind of, it's a little relaxing. It also kind of opens your eye to other things that you can paint, if that makes sense. If you take advantage of the learning that can occur there. Some people don't. Some people don't care about the learning. They're just fine where they're at. They don't think they need to learn anything new. That's fine. That's fine. That's on you, boo. That's on you. All right. Did we? No, we did not. All right. So finish out the inside of that cloak there so we can get to his arms. Some snakebite leather. And then I can come back in. I got a little bit on his arm, but I can come back in and clean that up with some white a little later. But I want to get that snakebite, or the skeleton horde down on there. So he's coming along. He's coming along. We'll go in and dry brush that cloak. Actually, let's test. It looks wet, but I'm not sure, so we're going to dab it with a paper towel. Nope, it's dry. Interesting. All right, well, we want to brighten this up. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to brighten it up and then darken it back down, if that makes sense. So we're going to take some, just in case somebody was just about ready to mess with me, I'm reminded myself that I've got those buttons down there. So we're going to use this very large tank brush. We're going over the fur with, son of a gun, with some Ushbati bone. So we're not trying to get it to be a bone color. I just want to lighten it up with a similar color, because then I'm going to come through and dry brush this with I'm going to grab a different dry brush because this one is too heavy and it's throwing that model all around. Anyways, I want to lighten it up so then I can come back through with a different brown, probably thinking Mournfang brown, because then that Mournfang brown will show up a lot better over that that lighter color than it would the darker color. Oh yeah, see what I mean? If I did that straight over the wildwood without laying it down, you wouldn't get that kind of a rich brown look. So, pat on the back later. That was a good call, John. Thank you, John. And plus, by doing that little bit of dry brushing there, it will... Oh, sorry, it's a little bit off camera there. These paint handles right here are not very conducive to holding these models. Are not very good at holding these models, so I'll have to be a little bit more gentle. But yeah, that's a much richer brown. Some different layering going on there. So making it look a little bit more, because sometimes I probably killed a bear or something, judging by that type of cloak that or the size of that cloak. And after killing the bear, I mean, the bear probably had, it's got different colors of fur. It's a little darker on the inside, just like I don't know, like they got a bad hair job and they or they got the hair done, got it colored, and it wasn't that great. They can see their roots, but I think naturally, they'll have that. Me too, man. Me too. Me too. And that leather breastplate came out looking pimp. Totally by accident too, man. I accidentally dry brushed the Mornfang brown over it. Oh, that's happy accidents, guys. Happy accidents. Gotta love happy accidents. Oh, I love painting. Stuff like that just happens, and it's like, oh. Very awesome. Very awesome. Very happy about that. Happy little trees. That's right. All right. Some of that wash or the contrast is settling in there. Man, that really looks good. Oh, man. I'm just tickled by that. Oh, all right. I wish the rest of the guys would look that good. All right. Let's get back to this dickhead. I really don't like this guy. Just because I can see the... We're going to go ahead and first put the Reichland flesh shade on his face because we want that smug look to come through. He's the guy that's going to get a lot of people killed, and then he's going to die very badly in the movie. Or if you've watched the anime, really good anime. I mean, oh man, I've watched the entire series a couple times. Overlord. And there's this one guy who's very abusive to elves, and he's in the tomb, and very pompous bastard, man. And dude, his fight is phenomenal. Such a good anime, dude. Such a good one. I just got done watching it for probably the third or fourth time last week. I want to watch it again tonight. But I've got to watch Color from Outer Space with Nicolas Cage. I'm a H.P. Lovecraft fan, and the reviews were actually good. Like, hey, Nick Cage made a movie that was good. It's like his 1 out of 100 that he does every year. I don't know if he actually does 100 films a year, but the guy makes a lot of movies. And it was a good movie. So really disturbing, which is good because that's supposed to be very reflective of that book or that story. It's a very disturbing story anyways. So that I'm very happy about that. All right. He's got some green pants. I'm going to go back in later, and we're going to add some once that dries, we're going to throw down some Agrax Earthshade. I think that will make that look a little bit better because I'm not really a fan of that green on red. Yeah, I'm about 2 episodes behind on Gleipnir, and I need to get caught up, dude, because that's another one that's insane that... Sometimes it's like, I don't know if I should be liking this or am I supposed to be creeped out? I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it, but it's so enthralling that, I've got to keep watching. It's like a train wreck of but it's a good train wreck, if that can be a thing. I can't even say it's a train wreck. That's even That's not giving it justice. It's actually really good, well written, just really, really out there, breaking a lot of the normal anime tropes that I would expect. And I think that's what I like about it, because it's so out there. Oh, speaking of, let me set this down. I'm going to type in the chat. I don't know if you've seen this, but it's one I'm going to recommend to you. You guys, I think this is how you spell it. Jormungand. I think that's the name of the anime or how you spell it. It's 26 or 28 episodes long. Dude, it is brutal. I mean, the first episode sets the pace for the rest of it. Okay, you have seen it then. Okay, good. I highly recommend that one to anybody that likes anime. Watching that, and oddly enough, that is in the same universe or same world, whatever you want to call it, as Black Lagoon. They're, even though they don't happen at the same time or anything, it's the same world, same universe. Just a fun fact. That's another good one, where Jormungand is a lot more serious. Black Lagoon is really over the top, ridiculously over the top action, and oh my god, it's night and day. I mean, both those animes have the same level of violence, but one is like insane violence, and the other one is very professional violence, if that makes sense. I would say, I mean, Jormungand, I have watched probably, God, at least 24 times, easily. I can pop that on and kick back and work on just about anything with that running in the background. It is such a good anime. Not safe for work, not safe for kids, though. Got to say. All right. I'm going to try to pull a doctor here and see. Oh, both of those are really good, Jimmy. Both of those. I finished Dorohedro the other day. Very happy with that. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, and yeah, I need more. Right now I'm just going in. He's got these little laces there. I just wanted to get those laces painted. And yeah, it's different in a good way. It's another one kind of, I mean, not in the same way as Gleipnir, but it's bizarre, and it like flips. It doesn't rely on any normal tropes. It's very original, I should say. That's what I was trying to say. Is I think it's a very original anime, and that's what I like about it. I mean, sometimes there's ones I have to watch just to giggle. I think we've talked about that before, Jimmy. We've talked like Dragon Pilot on Netflix. It's a good one, very relaxing, very fun to watch. And what was the other? There's another one that I'll watch just for fun. I find it very relaxed. Oh, it's called Join the Pack. I think it's Seton Seton Academy. Join the Pack is normally it's not the type of show I'd watch, but it's so over the top, ridiculous, and funny that I kind of fell in love with it. So it's my go-to if I need to watch a relaxing show. Join the Pack. All right. I'm going to get some Known Oil in those pants. There. See if we can... Oh, not Known Oil. No. We want Agrex or shade on those pants. See if we can dirty up those pants a little bit. Kind of drop some of that green. Even though that's a very dark green, that's the Astra Militarum, or the Militarum green contrast. They're still too green for me, especially against that red. So I might have to double layer. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to double layer. I have to wait for this to dry and then layer it again. We'll probably have to build up a couple layers of brown on there. I might even have to get a contrast paint. All right. Have a good day. Be safe out there. All right. What's going on here? This arrogant punk. Yeah, he's got blonde hair too. Of course. Not that having blonde hair makes you arrogant, but this guy just strikes me as that pretty boy that gets people killed in action movies and then dies really horribly. And even though it's very satisfying, it's like if they would have just left him behind, or the hero or heroine would have just left him to his own devices, people wouldn't have gotten hurt. But of course, the hero or heroine, they got to be who they are. Got to do the right thing. Not knowing that doing the right thing is going to get a lot of people hurt or killed. Or he's the guy, he's one of the survivors, and then he ends up making a deal with the bad guy and gets a lot of people, because he's just trying to save his own skin, and gets a bunch of people killed because he turns on him, but then he dies horribly at the hands of the hero or heroine. I think that's what happens. That's why I don't like this guy. Who knows? That his bio might actually read that he's probably a really great guy. Oh no, he's actually... Damn it. His character's a nice guy. God dang it. Well, you know what? I don't care. I say he's a bad guy. He's a jerk. And he gets people killed in the movies. This is my narrative, and I'm forging it. I will die on this hill. And since you are all watching with me, we're all going to die on this hill. Let's find some paint that I can use. Man. I really do need to start setting my paints out. Oh, it's right there. That way I can, I'll if I'm working on this project, then I'll have the paint out and ready to go. Ah, man, I messed this up. God dang it. Alright, let's see if I can just not mess up this side. Got a little too paint heavy there, and totally messed up the wash and the shade, so do the back side, and then I'll let that front side dry, and we'll clean it up. As you can see right here, see that blood groove is fine there, but then I got a little too heavy-handed over here, ended up painting inside of it. Can't blame anybody. I mean, I could blame Nam, but I just don't feel like that's a good thing to do right now. Nam's being a cool guy. Alright, so he's doing good. I think we're good there with his face. I don't intend to do the eyeballs, but we will. At least right now, I don't intend to do the eyeballs. You're always a cool guy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I still need to try to find those... totally boned on that. Need to find those images of Disney princesses so we can do some 3D printing of their heads. Need to get that to you. And I need to find those Iron Snake symbols so I can get those to you too. Or just have you, yeah, or I'll just have to order them. All right. So Chauncey, there we go. Sorry. Chauncey is pretty much done. I'm happy with him. I think Chauncey's happy with himself. He's having a good day. Looking pretty good. He looks like he's going to go and get to be a hero for a little bit. He gets to join Scowl, who got worked on yesterday. His Scowl's armor, dude, came out really freaking amazing. I was really happy with his armor. I still got some touch-ups I've got to do on him, but dude came out looking pretty gosh darn good. His cloak ended up coming out really nice. Very dry effect. So this guy is like, he almost reminds me of, he does remind me of Batman, but he also kind of reminds me of, I can't remember the guy's name. I'm just going to say Wolfgar. There's an old movie by Ralph Bashki that was called Fire and Ice, or Ice and Fire. You can probably see it on, it's an animated cartoon, or cartoon that's on, I think it's on Amazon Prime right now. You can watch it still. Fire and Ice. It's very old, I want to say 70s, 80s, and the art style is pretty much, I feel like they filmed people and then he painted over them, and that's how he did his art for that. So just be prepared. Well, I mean, in 2 days here, and without even concentrating, so really 4 hours, we've gotten Boldegard done. Well, we got to work on his face a little bit. Scowl's almost done. Gregor, who we misunderstood was actually a good guy. Chauncey, who we really like out of all these guys, and the Highlander, who's coming along, and then Dr. Shivago over here, who still needs to be worked. But that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in about 4 hours. That's not too bad. Especially if I'm trying to do 7 guys an hour. But we know we got 59 guys to do. That's what I was trying to do earlier, math wise. So, we got 7 days, 8 days, 7. Let's just say 7 days to do 50 guys. So yeah, that'd be about 7 a day, because these guys are almost done. So yeah, I think we can get that done. I think that's going to be the goal for the next couple shows, is me just doing some speed painting. So we're going to do, I think, tomorrow's show, we're going to tackle a bunch of zombies from the zombie side. We're not going to do any heroes, and we're going to try to do about 10 zombies tomorrow on tomorrow night's episode. I feel like I can do 10 zombies in 2 hours. I think so. We might even be able to do more. I think that's going to be the challenge. Tonight, probably in about an hour. Let's see, it's 9. God dang, it's 9:45. Oh, I started at 8 o'clock. Duh. Hey, by the way, everybody that's on right now, is this time a good time? Or do you think I should I should go back to 7 o'clock? 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I'll get your guys' first impressions, because I'll put it up as a poll. But there's going to be a bunch of polls over the next couple days. So if you guys can, I think I'm going to try to do one a day. If you can jump on there and vote whenever you see it, make sure your notifications are on for Facebook. And I know Jimmy's gone, but thanks again, Jimmy, for that donation of $10 towards my goal of $75 for get some lighting here for the studio. I think the next goal after that will be some soundproofing. I think the soundproofing, I don't think I'll need that, but lighting and a camera arm is right now, those are the goals, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, It's about 1:40. Let's see, we've been on for about an hour and 50 minutes. I'm going to get going. Watch definitely today or tomorrow, or actually over the next couple days. There's going to be polls every day for you guys to do. I'm probably keep them up for about 24 to 48 hours. Get everybody's vote on a variety of things. We still got to do what movies we're going to do for reaction videos, what movies are the Space Marine chapters that I'm going to use for the Death Watch squads that we're going to build and paint and put up for sale for basically for charity, and whatever it was I just got done talking about. I don't know what I was talking about. Doing 10 models. I think that's going to be tomorrow's goal on stream is 10 zombies in 2 hours. Non-stop painting for 2 hours and to hit that goal of 10 zombies. I think there's 2 groups of 4 and then there's 2 special ones, or we might just get a smattering. Wait, I've got it right here somewhere. All right. Let's see. We'll get the evil Pope. Yeah, there's plenty of zombies. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, we'll do 10 zombies tomorrow. Yep, 10 zombies. All right, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. Sorry, very discombobulated today, but that's what happens when you're discombobulated. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that follow. Get your friends and family to subscribe and hit that follow button. We're almost getting to 50. We're at 20 followers right now. We got 20 days to go to get to 50 followers. When we get to 50 followers, we will have our very first giveaway for those first 50 people. And we might even do 2 giveaways because I've got so much stuff here. But as of right now, we have 1 giveaway that will go on at that time. So definitely, if you can get friends, family, co-workers, whatever, to jump on and follow this channel, we get up to 50, then we will be handing out some goodies for people. So give people, random people, but random chance that you can win some prizes just for following. And then we'll have other ones coming up in the near future as we get from 50 to 100, and so on to 10,000 followers. And that's when I'll start doing makeup tutorials or whatever. Or I'll start streaming with a bikini on. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe not the bikini thing. Anyways, thanks again, Nam, Jimmy, Grandpa Strange, Spam on Stick. I'm not sure if you're still on. Everybody, though, I really appreciate you jumping on and helping out the channel. This is just the beginning. This is only week 1 of my new venture. Watch me tomorrow morning on FNP Wargamers. We'll be doing news and rumors and some leaks, and we're going to be talking about some Marvel Crisis Protocol, talking about Warhammer 40,000, and we're going to be talking about Age of Sigmar. So you guys have yourself a wonderful, wonderful evening. Stay safe, and I will...